Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for November 23rd, 2025, the weekend here. We're looking at the lower 48 United States. We're going to start off with the national radar, then we're going to get into Pacifics here of the forecast. As you can see, it's pretty clear for most of the country here besides the nation's heartland, the I-35 corridor from Oklahoma City down in the Red River Valley of Texas and then to Kansas here. We have some strong storms producing heavy rain of 1 to 2 inches per hour through Colorado, the eastern plains of Colorado. So if you're heading down I-25 to Colorado Springs and south of the springs there, be very careful. Rain showers continuing to make their impact, and all the way down in Oklahoma City, once again west of Oklahoma City and towards Amarillo and just coming out of that area there. These showers will continue to press eastward here, and that's what we're seeing here. We have snow up in the upstate New York around the Great Lakes here, and we also have snow coming down through the Green and White Mountains of Vermont and New Hampshire respectively, and kind of flurries floating around the Boston and Concord, New Hampshire area and down towards the Hartford, Connecticut area. Flurries up in Maine too as well. Less likely of snowfall there, but that's what we have going on in terms of the lower 48. Hurricane season is 7 days away. It's over, and there's no activity in any of the basins. We'll get to that in just a second. But looking at the water vapor here, you can see orange here. This dry orange produces dry air here. Extreme dry air from Atlanta to Birmingham, Huntsville, Memphis, Nashville, Knoxville, back down south towards Jacksonville here. This will continue for the next 2-3 days here. Great conditions for going outside. Great beach conditions at night all the way through Florida and the Carolinas there as well. Upstate and northeast and the mid-Atlantic, same thing, dry air. Some moisture working its way, like I showed you, back into the Midwest and the nation's heartland there, from Kansas to Oklahoma, back into Nebraska there, and then eastern Colorado. So I-76, I-70, be careful there. Could be some in 25. I-25 could be some showery weather there. The same thing out in the Pacific Northwest here. Stream of moisture coming across, but not as heavy as it has been in a couple of days. So that's pretty good news. So, my friends, this is National Weather Service current hazards for today, November 23rd, Sunday. We're looking at just basically a lot of winter storm watches and warnings up northern tier, just toward the Canadian border. So folks in North Dakota from Fargo up toward Jamestown, back over to the Arrowhead of Minnesota, Duluth, International Falls, Bemidji, typical cold spots are going to, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, definitely going to be experiencing some winter storm watches here as some snow flurries. A Alberta Clipper system comes in and provides additional snowfall and lift for that area. And Wales Big Sky Country is Montana. You're under that purple winter weather advisory, not as serious as a winter weather watch. Now down south, like I said, that Texas area, we continue to see that severe thunderstorm watch west of Midland and Odessa area here. So we're coming along 20 or 10 there. Be very careful there through Fort Stockton and Marfa and those areas there. Heading toward El Paso. There's a severe thunderstorm watch in effect, and severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for some areas in those counties out there as well. So that's what we have going on there. Flood watches continue for DFW Metroplex area. So we're coming along 35E, 35 West, or taking the Dallas Toll Road, heading towards Denton and those areas. Be very careful. Denton, Arlington, Fort Worth, Dallas, Terrell, all this Tyler, those areas under those flood watches that are going to continue throughout tonight, Central Daylight Time. So be very careful on the roads out there as well as the fog in Iowa. Dense fog advisory for Des Moines, Iowa, back toward the Quad Cities of Illinois there. So be very careful. Visibility can get low as half a mile there for that area. So the next 6 to 10 days is coming up for this coming Saturday. And this next weekend, looking ahead past Thanksgiving, Black Friday, into next Wednesday, you can see that the temperature inversion is going to flip. The pattern is going to flip. We're going to have a deep trough dipping down in the west and the upper plains here. That's going to produce 5 to 10 to 15 degrees below average. This includes cities like the Black Hills, South Dakota, down towards Kearney, Nebraska, back towards Denver, Colorado, Durango, back into New Mexico, northern New Mexico, and Amarillo, and the panhandle of Oklahoma, and then areas out west and towards Vegas, San Diego, LA, Basin, the San Joaquin Valley, and the Grand Canyon Rim Country, Salt Lake City. You guys are going to be about 10 degrees below average, and this includes the Pacific Northwest to you. Hello to you, friends, and Seattle, Portland, and then to Bellingham as well. And then out east is going to be in the southeast and the mid-Atlantic and the Sun Belt. It's going to be 5 to 10 degrees above average, or 15 degrees above average in parts of Florida. So from New Orleans, Biloxi, Mobile, Pensacola, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, back up towards Macon, Georgia, and Atlanta, and over toward Columbia and Greenville, Spartanburg, you're going to be 5 to 10 to 15 degrees above average come this next Saturday into next week after Black Friday. And areas are going to be normal in the Ohio Valley. It's going to be about normal there for you guys in the Ohio Valley, from Columbus, Dayton, Springfield, Indianapolis, back toward Pittsburgh, and into the Lehigh Valley. About normal temperatures in New York City as well. So that's what the next 6 to 10 days after Black Friday shopping. But first, we got to get through this Atlantic hurricane season, and it's going to end, according to AccuWeather.com and according to many people, And what we're seeing on all long range models here is going to end with no U.S. hurricane landfalls, with one record shattering Caribbean storm. As you know, Hurricane Melissa ravaged Jamaica, western Jamaica, St. Elizabeth Parish, Black River, and the hospitals there in that area, and then westward toward Montego Bay and those areas there, they got ravaged and damaged. So Starlink is helping people get connected. That's been a blessing for many people to get connected to friends and family and loved ones there. But the recovery obviously is going to take months with this system, just like very much reminiscent of what Maria did to Puerto Rico. We have Melissa, another M-name storm, but the U.S. has been blessed this year. No landfalling hurricanes in the U.S., and it's going to end this year on November 30th. The hurricane season officially ends November 30th, and we won't see a named storm making a landfall into the United States. So, we're blessed. Our thoughts and prayers are still with those in Hurricane Melissa as we continue to recover, as Jamaica continues to recover. And not just Jamaica, that's Eastern Cuba and also Bahamas. Some parts of the lower Bahamas were affected, and Eastern Cuba and Haiti was affected as well. So with flooding, rain. So let's keep all of those in our thoughts and prayers there, those islands and territories, as they continue to deal with the after effects of Hurricane Melissa. But so far, hurricane season ends this week, and this going to be next week, and it's going to be a blessing for everybody that the hurricane season ends next Sunday. So next Sunday you'll be out of our hair, and we can move on to looking forward to snow season for a lot of these areas here in the lower 48. So take care, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll see you in the next episode. This is the Weather Guru signing off. Thank you very much.